This is basically a 5-part series that I created last year during my final year, hence the name. And I basically just wanted to make it like a story time, and then it turned into a segment where I started sharing things I went through, things not to do, things to do, how to navigate life as a varsity student. Hi guys, Kamala Munasipo and Elavatu, aka Nullified, and I hope that you guys are good because I'm good too. So as you guys can see by the title of the video, this is episode 4 of Chronicles of a Final Year. And even if you're not in varsity and you attend a college, don't feel bad. You are honestly part of the gang. And if you guys missed the previous episodes, I will link them in my description box. So please do check that out so you guys can catch up and, just get the gist of the entire series as a whole. So yeah, guys, if you are a new subscriber, welcome to my beautiful haven. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. We are in it, period, per. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you guys are notified. So if you guys are not familiar with what I studied, I did a bachelor's in education at the University of the Free State, Kwakwa campus, and the phase that I specialized in is foundation phase. So I won't be talking about my phase like specifically, but I will give you guys like a breakdown and just an idea of the qualification. So at my varsity, if you want to study or qualify rather for a bachelor's in education, you need an APS score of 30 plus. When I started studying, I checked on my academic record that I had 29 in my final year, and I think they intensified the criteria. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. So you need an APS score of a 30 plus, excluding life orientation, of course. And then for your language of learning and teaching, you need a level 4, of which is 50% going up. So say you're going to specialize in English or isiZulu or Sesotho, you need to have gotten 50% going up in your high school marks. And if you didn't, then unfortunately you do not qualify for the degree. And in bachelor's in education, there are 3 phases. Firstly, there is foundation phase, of which I did, that is grade R to 3. And then there's intermediate phase, which is grade 4 to 7. And then there is senior and FET. Senior and FET is broken into 2 parts once you start working. Senior and FET is grade 7 to 9, and then senior and FET. Senior is grade 7 to 9, and then FET is grade 10 to 12. And the reason why it's broken down is because once you get to grade 10, you start picking your subjects that you are going to take with you into varsity or college or tertiary rather. So that is why it is under the FET phase, because it's like further education and training basically. Another thing that you guys should know is that a bachelor's in education is a 4-year degree, but you can also get into the extended curriculum, which is 5 years. And yeah, it's really not that bad, because what I also noticed in my first year is that there were people who did a BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts, and they probably majored in English and psychology, which was like a 4-year degree, but there's also an extended curriculum. And then after they complete their BA, they see that they can't even do an honors, or they don't know where their degree can take them in terms of the workplace. So they end up doing a PGCE, of which is a 1-year postgraduate certificate in education. So if you are studying a degree that is not education related, you can do a PGCE after, and a PGCE does not give you the option to choose foundation, intermediate, or senior and FET. You automatically get into senior and FET. That's just how it is. No argument, no negotiation. You go straight into senior and FET. So how better? You will literally be teaching teenagers. And I started with senior and FET. My majors had me in chokehold. I did not enjoy the teaching practicals because the content was just too much for me to like digest into my mind in order for me to easily explain it to the teenagers. So when I appealed, my appeal got approved, but then that class for the majors was full, and I was like, I am not coming to registration every day just to check if someone canceled the major. So I moved to foundation phase, and I'm truly grateful because I've heard a lot of reviews in terms of jobs after that foundation phase teachers get jobs quicker than high school teachers because of the dropout rate. Like, you won't find an 8-year-old in grade 2 saying, I'm here, I want to drop out. Nah. There's no such. That's not gonna happen. So I'm honestly just crossing fingers right now because the girl is in the unemployment bracket, and it is not nice, guys. It's really not nice. If you want to study a bachelor's in education, guys, you need to be passionate for the course. You need to be passionate for teaching. You need to love kids. And I'm not saying I'm passionate, honestly. I chose this degree because of the economic state that we are in Cupcake's economy. And I don't like my course, but I'm grateful to have studied because I did not want to sit at home doing nothing or trying to find jobs or trying to push so much and just do what I love, but then I don't even have the capital to do it, you understand? So I was like, let me just go to varsity, and whatever I get, I'll literally do. And I got accepted for bachelor's in education and BA at that particular varsity because I had already declined the offers at the other varsities. So it wasn't really by choice, but I'm glad that I picked it because I'll have a fallback once I do something that I really, really love. And sila, literally sila. So you really, really need to have a passion for the course. You need to love kids. And just retracting back to what I said, what helped me finish this course without just being depressed about it is I'm the firstborn at home amongst the siblings, and the siblings that come after me are more than 5. So just being with them sometimes or spending time with them, babysitting, all of that kind of helped me navigate how to work with kids and, how to groom them, how to take care of them, how to teach them things, even if it's not teaching them academic work. So I'm really grateful for that. And I really advise you guys to go into this degree with passion and love for kids, because if you don't, you're not only not gonna teach well, but you're gonna hate those kids and you're gonna hate the environment you're in, and those very same kids are gonna sense it, that you're not in it for the right things, you're not teaching them well, the outcomes of your teachings are not going to be as efficient as they have to be. Now, futhi, when you get to the staff room, some teachers who are very experienced might see that you're not competent enough. You're not even going to be able to upskill yourself. You're not going to be able to grab certain opportunities besides just being a principal, HOD, and all of those things. It's just not going to be a nice career if you are not passionate for kids. So that's just my advice to you guys. Is varsity for you or not? This is really a tough question, especially for matriculants, because you get to a certain time when you are in high school where you're so excited, can't wait to go to varsity, can't wait to not wear uniform, live in res, what, all those things are exciting, guys, trust you me. All of these things are exciting. Hence, I wanted to also study at a varsity, particularly not college, and live in res and make friends and all of that shebang. But you need to be realistic with yourself at some point and ask yourself, is varsity really for you or not? And if it's not, it's not okay. Don't feel bad. there are so many people like you who are just like, I don't like books. I'm not about to be a varsity student with a student card and attending classes and lectures. No. But if varsity is for you, really do think deeply what you want to do, where you want to study, and what you want to do with your qualification once you are done with your studies. Because varsity is not only a crucial time in your life before you get into full adulthood, but it's a time where you also find yourself. You see how to navigate life, you see how you handle your friendships, you see who's there for you, who's not there for you. You learn a lot of things in not a confined environment. You learn a lot of things in an educational environment, but one that comes with more freedom than basic education. Yabo. So if varsity is for you, please do think of those three things that I mentioned, of which is the varsity you want to go to, the qualification you want to do, and what you will do with that qualification after graduating. And if varsity is not for you, guys, it's really okay. There are other avenues, there are other options for you. There's FET colleges, there's short courses you can do online, such as LinkedIn. What else? You can take a gap year, you can push your business on the side. There's really a lot of avenues that you can go to. And as much as education is key, a lot of people's key to education is not varsity. It's not an institution where they have to attend a class and do assessments and do exams. No, it's not like that for everyone. Everyone has their own different path. So if you are in matric, or let me say if you are in grade 11, ask yourself that question regularly or every term, and also look at your marks and ask yourself, is varsity for you or not for you? Importance of choosing your course. This one is very difficult, and I really wish I had someone who sat me down and explain to me the importance of choosing a course, because not only is it something that you're gonna take with into your adult life, but it's something that you're gonna invest your time and a number of certain years studying, investing your mind, and gathering information, doing research. So I do really wish I had someone, but unfortunately I didn't, and that's really okay, because it just made me a pioneer in my own life to navigate in the qualification I did, and just understand more about life and choices and importance of choices. So the importance of choosing your course is, it's gonna take you into your adult life. You're gonna spend time researching, working, attending classes, doing assessments, tackling your course practically and not just theoretically in life, and even just with people. So it's really important to choose carefully, because you'll end up choosing a course just to please your parents or your family or the ideology of education, and then when you're done with it, you're gonna be like, what a waste. Now I can finally do what I want to do. And the sad reality is that sometimes when you want to do something you want, it's a little bit too late to kind of step into that. But I'm not saying it's gonna always be the case, but you'll ask yourself questions and you'll be in doubt. Would those amount of years that I studied, I could have been doing something that I love. And you're just contemplating so many things in your mind, and you're like, why me, and all of that. So it's really, really important to sit down with yourself, especially when you're in high school, and just check if the course that you want to do is important, because it will also help you in catapulting your career in the workplace and what you can do with your course. And for me, particularly in teaching, I also did my own research on how I can use it in other industries besides just being in the classroom environment. Because honestly, guys, I'm now done. I love my siblings, but I'm not gonna proudly say I love kids. No, 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 no. Like, kids are really draining, guys, and seeing 30 kids with innocent eyes look at you, and they have hopes and desires that, this teacher's gonna groom me and make me to be what I want. It's beautiful. But if you're not passionate for the course, you just look at them with that thing of, can 1 o'clock just come? Or can 2 o'clock just come so I can knock off? So I did my research on how I can use it in other industries, and I did get outcomes such as using it in the SANDF, or being deployed in disadvantaged areas, or even being an online teacher in thingy for kids in China, USA, Cambodia, Thailand, you name it. So I don't have to confine myself in the classroom environment. I can also use it in the hospital. I can teach prisoners. I can go into psychology with my degree. I can use it in many different ways, and I am still doing my research. So also with you, whatever course that you are doing, do research what avenues you can penetrate your course with. Because if you don't want to confine yourself in the mainstream or the typical environment of your degree, there are other ways. Just because you studied a certain thing doesn't mean you should confine or limit your opportunities or possibilities. There are many things where you can use something you studied for or something that you acquired. Hence, there are also skills if you don't want to go into tertiary. Yabo? So that is the importance of choosing your course or courses. The next thing is select varsities that align with your course. The reason why I put this topic in this video is because a lot of people tend to choose certain courses, or even a course that they like, and then they go into varsities that won't give them the best and the most efficient educational curriculum within their course. That was a very long statement. I hope you guys understood where I come from. A lot of people choose courses or a course that they like, and then they end up going to a varsity that will not give them the best or the most efficient educational curriculum for that particular course. For me, thank God, the the institution that I went to is the best institution for education. Even particularly the campus that I was put into is the best campus that produces teachers. And I only found out about that second year. And when I found out about that, a year wouldn't pass by without me, thinking, yeah, maybe my course is depressing, but I'm in the best school for this course. And it's got one of the most difficult modules within those courses, of which I'm not going to name because some of you guys might not understand. But if you want to know, do comment down below and let's have a conversation. So yeah, guys, Google the courses that you want to do, and then also Google the varsities that will give you the best curriculum and teaching within your course. Like medicine, correct me if I'm wrong, medicine, the institution for medicine, I think it's Wits, if not UCT. Yeah, between UCT and Wits. And then for law, it's UP. And then for engineering, there's a certain varsity that excels in that. For accounting, there's a certain varsity or institution that excels in producing certain qualifications. And also with mine, University of the Free State, Kwakwa campus to be specific, is the best institution if you want to be a teacher. So it's really important for you to do thorough research before you get to varsity, so that when you finished with your degree, you got the best education. You're proud of how far you've come and actually investing your time in that qualification. and you know how to use your degree to the best of its abilities. Because you'll find yourself going to, say you studying medicine, you'll go to a varsity that has medicine, but once you finished or as you're doing your course, you're just like, "Ah, but they're not teaching me what I want, or I'm not getting the education that I need." Like, you can even feel it in your gut, Uti, hi man, is this really what medicine is, or is this how they're supposed to be teaching it? And certain things you may not understand because the lecturer is not explaining it well, or the module itself is not constructed well, things like that. So question a lot of things, and once you get to varsity, question more, so that you know that when you leave varsity or when you complete your course, you know good, you've got the best answers, you've got the criteria, you've got the skills, you've got the knowledge to practically use or apply your course into society. So a plug that I can give you guys is use this website called CACH. I will put the link in my description box, or I'll actually pin it in the comment section, and then you guys can check it out, most especially if you're already applying to go into varsity. I know classes have begun, but there are people who are still applying to go into varsity or are doing walk-in applications. So use that website, and then it will align you with varsities that best suit the course for you, and also they will help you and filter it within the marks that you have achieved in matric. So that's a plug, and I wish I had it in my times before getting into varsity, but by the grace of the Lord, I went to the best school for my course. So proud of me. The next thing is exploring international institutions. So there are people, when they get to matric and they're like, South Africa, I don't want to study home. With me, when I was in matric, my mom did ask me, where do you want to study? And I was like, I want to study out of Gauteng, because I did grade 1 to grade 12 in Gauteng. What am I gonna do extending my education here, seeing the same people, the same faces, even if it's people from different towns? I'm still in the same province, and that's really boring. I'm not someone who loves change like that, but you know, I love switching things up a bit here and there. So I was like, I really need a different scenery. And with the things that were happening during my high school career, I was just like, honestly, being away from family, number one, would do me good. Seeing different people and a different culture would do me good. And in as much as I didn't go to the town or the campus that I wanted to go to, I went to a different place. I saw a different culture. I learned a new language. I made new friends. I met the love of my life. I got the best education, even though I don't like the course. You know, there are positive indicators that I can take and cherish to myself. You understand? So some people, when they get to matric, they're just like, I don't even want South Africa. I want to, like, you know, study out of the country. And an advantage to some of them is that their marks qualify for them to study outside of the country. So if you do want to do that, work hard, because the curriculum and criteria for academics outside of the country is a bit higher than here. Not even just with courses, but in general, like APS scores and GPAs and things like that outside are more difficult to attain. And if you're an average learner, it's gonna be very difficult. Now, futhi, when you apply to varsities that are international, not only do you apply with just your marks, they want you to write motivational letters on why you want to study that particular course or why you want to be at that institution. So you have to know what you want. You need to know your grind. You need to know why you're applying to that varsity. Like, if you see yourself in matric and you're like, I want to go to Oxford, I want to go to Howard, I want to go to, you know, UJA, I want to go to Florida, I want to go to some way, guys, like, proper Harvard. If you want to go to varsities like that, you need to know your grind, you need to know your story, you need to know why you're going there, not just me, I want to study out of the country, I don't want to be in South Africa, yeah, nah. Like, there's a lot of strict rules and criteria for you to just get into those varsities, especially if you are not from those countries. So if you want to go there, I'm proud of you. Honestly, a change of scenery like that is a beautiful thing. It is a big change, and we're not even gonna like focus on the negatives. Do your stuff, work hard. If you're already an A student, one tick is already like on the checklist, but know your story, because they're not just gonna take you because you're an A student or you just applied there and they probably provincially accepted you. No, they're gonna ask you to write a motivational letter. Guti, why are you coming to us? Why do you wanna study with us? What made you interested in applying with us? You understand? So know your story, know your grind, and I'm pushing for you to study out of the country, because there are people who also come to South Africa to study because they like how we teach, they like the educational curriculum we have, they like the educational structure that we offer, and maybe the courses they want to do, they are best offered in South Africa. So it's like a two-way street. If you want to go, Peshaya, Tsamaya, and like, represent us. The last thing on my Tsebinki paper, guys, you know me with my sit downs. I always have my notebook, but that notebook had sorry, that notebook had a lot of notes that were not content creation, so I had to throw it away. The last thing is a gap year. My reaction is like this because I don't approve of gap years. But I'm not gonna be subjective with this subtopic. Gap year is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it gives you enough time to think about what you really, really, really want. And it takes me back to you giving yourself time on if varsity is for you or it's not for you. You understand? And then in the same breath, a gap year is not a good thing because some people do it to run away from education as a whole. So if you in varsity or you're in grade 11 or you're in grade 12, because you can also take a gap year while you're studying. If you are in those stages in your life, know why you're taking a gap year. Before you even make that decision, ask yourself thoroughly and ask yourself every day, why do you want to take this gap year? And during your gap year, what is it that you're going to be doing with your time? Because when you are in high school, you're done with high school, most people when they take a gap year, it's because they want to find a job, to accumulate capital, to go to varsity, or they accumulate capital for their businesses or whatever they want to do with their lives. And then some of them do it just to really think thoroughly of if varsity is really for them or not. And there's really nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that because it just shows that you're not fully ready to jump into varsity. I mean, you're 18, guys, and then like society, not just your family, your society expects you to like just go to varsity, do a degree, and then jump into the workplace. That's a really hasty decisions, and it's like rushing someone in life, and when they get into certain stages in their life, they are not fully ready. So a gap year allows you to think thoroughly and evaluate yourself and just know what you want and be like, maybe I should go to school and do this, or maybe I should do a short course in this, acquire this certain skill so that I can do 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. But the bad part about it is that you're at home for a year. unemployment rates here in this country are so bad. So if you're looking for a job, you're really gonna have to grind, unless your parents or your family has a business and they plug you, in just to acquire more skills. But for an average Joe, you're really gonna have to know what you're doing. And if you're not doing much or not putting in the hard work and the effort, it's gonna be a waste of a year and you're gonna regret it. And then when you get to varsity, you're not even gonna be mentally ready to just jump back into school because you wasted a whole year not knowing what you wanted to do. So my advice with gap year is, if you are considering such. Oh, another reason why people take gap years is because they want to improve their matric marks so that they can get into the course that they really want. Those are one of the most important reasons why people take gap years. But my advice is, if you are considering a gap year, think about it thoroughly before you fully make the decision. Know why you're taking a gap year and make, I don't want to say vision board, but have a plan, a detailed plan, either on paper, on your phone, on like per term, what do you want to have achieved? Like, say in the first quarter of the year, what do you want to have achieved? By half of the year, you should have done 1, 2, 3, instead of just sitting at home, hey, I hope it's into ziyalunga. No, it doesn't work like that. Even if you pray a lot and you doing the things to be done in the spiritual aspect, you also need to put in the hard work in what you want. So a gap year is no child's play, and even though it is an option on the table, use that option to the best of your abilities. Utilize it to your advantage and grab the opportunities that you are offered, because most times you won't get those opportunities. But the fact that you gave yourself that year to think thoroughly of what you want it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like, I can't really delve too much into the subtopic because I didn't take a gap year because I really wanted to go to varsity. But if I were to rewind back to grade 12, would I take a gap year? No and yes. Hence, I say it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like a 50-50 thing, you understand? So, if you're in that situation, think very deeply on what you want, and maybe after that gap year, you will be fully ready, or you will be 75% ready and confident in your decisions. Yeah, guys, that is basically it from me to you. I really hope you guys did enjoy this episode with me. I really did enjoy talking about it. Like, if you guys knew the amount of takes that I took to get to this point of the video. Woo, child. But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you guys do have advices or comments or opinions on the things that I spoke about, do comment down below and let's just have a conversation and advise each other. And maybe I can learn a thing from you and you can learn a thing from me, and maybe someone can like make better decisions based on this video on its own. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my beautiful haven and hit that notification bell so that you guys are notified. Okay, and I'll see you guys in my next episode. Bye.
Style.